So I'm sorry if you guys could hear like footsteps above me, but Bennett's getting ready for bed with Nick, and I wanted to film the intro for this. I actually didn't even finish filming next week. I only did the base, but I know that my house is going to be a little bit loud for a little bit, so I figured I could do the base for this one, and then whenever it's quiet, I could do both of the day by days. But this week I am going to be using the Addams kit, which is Addams Family Art, and it is just such a gorgeous set. So super kind of like monochromatic, and then you have like the red added in there. I just think it's gorgeous. And also this week is when I finished watching Lucifer. So I did print this out for myself. I did have a Lucifer set. It was art by Kittenish Jess. I think that the art's probably still in her shop if you want to pick up the art. But I just made myself like a double box, and I'll show you all what I'm going to do. And then to mark the finale, I made a little pudding cup, and I'm going to put that in an extender. And I feel like the colors don't like stick out, but it's going to still be hidden in an extender, so it's not like messing with the Addams Family vibes. Then I have the freebie and the extras, and then for the foil I decided to do silver. So I have silver bougie boxes. This is the first time in forever I feel like I'm not using a foil bundle, which is wild. So I had to like pull all of the items individually, which is just like, I haven't done it in so long. So I have silver bougie boxes. I have the simple header overlays, the confetti ones. I have the simple overlays in the confetti just to give like a little sparkle. And then I have the silver date numbers from my shop. And then I have some Sadie Stickers items. So I have the regular bow. I thought it was kind of a cute combo with the bats. And this is just like cut in half. And then I also have the bat border full boxes that I'll kind of put throughout. And then I also have the bat headers that I haven't decided if I want to do just on the sidebar or do one per day. But we'll get there when we get there. But I'm really excited for this spread. Like I said, I think I might have had plans to use Beetlejuice this week, but I think I might have switched them. I might have switched them and then switched them back, or I switched them. Either way, they've moved around a little. But I wanted to use this because I thought, like I said, the Lucifer box that I made really worked. I was going to grab like a full kit and try and kind of like mix them together, but I thought this was still pretty good, and I think it's going to look adorable and mark the finale, which is crazy because whenever I started watching Lucifer, I started watching it whenever I was pregnant with Theo, and here we are. Was I pregnant with Theo? Yes. So that's just crazy. So let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all, I'm in some kind of can't win situation here. I'm really hoping that you can't hear the whooshing outside, but it's like 50 degrees, which is like cold for Texas, I guess, or whatever. And I just filmed my plan yesterday, which was a wreck because I filmed when everyone was awake. Now everyone's sleeping. It's like 6:30. I barely slept tonight because Theo is really just, doing it. I don't know. And I just gave up because it takes me way too long to fall back asleep. It's a whole thing. So anyways, I don't know if you can hear the whooshing in the background of the highway that's like 3 miles away. But I feel like, cold, when it's cold out, like sound travels differently. So I'm like, I don't know if it's terrible, it's horrible. I'll just put music over top of this and it won't even be a problem. But I'm like, when in Rome. Also, I was hearing like some strange, like repetitive beeping, but I cannot figure out where it's coming from. And I'm like, maybe it's outside, but like also I don't know what would be repetitive beeping at 6:30 in the morning. So let's get into it. So on Monday the 13th, I made like a really big breakfast for breakfast. Not big breakfast, which is like my favorite thing, but basically we found out that Snooze, one of our favorite breakfast places, the bacon that they use, the same brand they offer at Whole Foods. So we ordered Whole Foods delivery instead of Amazon Fresh, which is like the same service. It's just like you click a different thing. And we ordered the bacon. So Nick wanted eggs, bacon, toast, and then like potatoes. And we got the potatoes from Waffle House. They sell their potatoes. It's like a weird situation on how to cook them, but they turned out to taste like basically like Waffle House potatoes, which was crazy. But also I've tried their waffle mix and it's also very good. So we did that in the morning, which definitely took a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that down with one of our doodle stickers of just a little plate of eggs and bacon, because bacon was the shining star of the show. Also this day I did make bread, which I have a custom doodle coming for making bread. Oh my God, I thought I saw something moving. Also, one of my nails are gone, but I didn't feel like dealing with that this morning. So I made bread this day. I pulled out my bread maker for the first time. It was so easy that I was like, I can make bread literally anytime and it would just be like cake. So for making bread, I think I'm just going to use like a heart icon or something, or a bow. Let's use a bow because like, why not? Like I said, I do have bread icons, doodly things coming because I have a feeling I'll be making a lot more bread just because Nick loves homemade bread. I like it too a lot. It's just not like I'm not like dying over bread. Homemade bread, but it is very good. I also want to put in that we had pest control come. I feel like we have pest control come like more than once a month at this point. This was actually a different pest control because this was for a different problem. We actually found out that we have, are they called army worms? Army ants? I don't know. Army ants? Army worms? But apparently it's like a big thing. I don't know if it's in Texas or like just our community, but like basically everyone has them and they kill your grass. And the lady said that ours is like the worst she's ever seen. And I was like, ugh. Which, yeah, our grass is looking pretty beat, which is just so sad because our grass was so green that it almost like hurt your eyeballs before. But now our grass looks like actual trash. So I'm thinking for that, I don't even know. I'm going to just use like some kind of like sad sticker of sorts. I don't know. Maybe like this one because it was just like, oh great, another pest problem. This is just like what we do now. And then I also had put in that I just like cuddled the boys most of the day. Like I said, I think I mentioned in the last video, I've been so dang tired, like unbelievably tired. And I thought that I was clear, but apparently not. So I'm just going to use a heart icon for that and stick that right in there. And then we're going to go ahead and fill this out. I don't even know how I want to write in the breakfast we had because it was all about the bacon. I don't remember what the brand was called, but if you go to Snooze's Instagram, they like promote them. So I made bread, I cuddled, I'm just going to write cuddle in. And then army ant worm. I think they're just called army worms. Because I don't think they're ants, army worms. Also, I'm in love with the way this foil turned out. So basically, whenever I ordered the bat stuff from CD Stickers, let me write breakfast because otherwise I'll spell it wrong. Breakfast. When I ordered these, I was like, oh, I feel like this is gonna be a very busy box situation, so I'm probably just gonna use 2 of the overlays. See, I kind of like cut out 2. I was like, I'm just gonna use 2 full overlays in the spread and then I'll use confetti. But then I was like, this looks so cool, so I ended up using all of the full box overlays, and now I have extra of like headers and the bottom washi. And I'm like, I really wish I would have bought more of the full box overlays, so hopefully she brings them back next year. I don't normally message shops and be like, hey, like, you want to bring this back? Or hey, like, help me out. But I might if she doesn't bring them back next year because that turned out so cute. Like, and then what I did with the extras you might have saw is I cut them up and then sprinkled them like around on the like confetti boxes. And I think it turned out really cute. And I used up like the whole sheet. And I love this. Like, that looks so cool. I know Jess is probably cringing because she hates like having to like Frankenstein double boxes, but girl, I think it looks cute. So there's that. And then we signed the contract. So whenever we moved out of our house, we planned on renting it out, but because the market is just so hot, we decided to it would be like the best decision to sell it. Also because it has like a pool and things like that. So it would just, and like maintenance would just be a pain in the butt. So we actually put it on the market. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we actually had an offer within like 12 hours of it being on MLS or whatever it's called. It was like 6 hours of it being on Zillow. We had a full price offer. So that was really awesome that we didn't really have to worry about it, which we didn't think we'd have to, because it's like, I feel like it was priced really well. And then it's in like a really, really great area for both. I mean, it's like a pretty good school area, but it's a pretty great area for like working. It's also like not far from downtown. It's right near the Domain. So just like a shopping center. And there's like also a lot of like businesses and stuff there as well. So it was just a good spot to be in. So that is no longer really our problem. Well, actually we did have a problem, which I think it'll be next week. There was a problem with like one of the breakers. So Nick's dad had to go in and like add a breaker to like separate the ampage. I don't know the words for this. Separate it because there was too much, like 32 on like a 20 or so. I don't know. But Nick's dad like did it. It basically took him like a day, and the quote for an electrician to do it, like Nick's dad, that's like basically what he did. He did like everything before he retired. But the quote for an electrician to do it was like $8,000, which was just like, why? I get like labor and stuff, but like Nick's dad did it, and then he just had somebody come out and inspect it before he patched it up. So that was easy, thank goodness. So for that, I think I'm gonna use one of these. Not because I do have a lot of really cute house icons to pick from, but because it's like something like exciting that like I don't have to worry about anymore. I want it in a foil situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. And then Nick and I just had like a little cuddle sesh. I think for a couple of days prior, because Bree and Bruce were here, I think he had like a game come out that he's like been saying that he's been waiting for years or something. So he had been playing video games like every night since they left, which isn't like a lot, but I do kind of get a little bored. I'm gonna like lower my voice a little bit because Bennett is rustling. I do get a little bit bored by myself. I'm needy. So I was like, please give me one night, but apparently it was like a game he was really pumped for. So he's been playing that. I think he beat it in like this week, which he was really excited about. So putting in cuddled. And then I had 2 TV shows that we watched this night. So we watched Darcy and Stacy, which is one of our normals. And then we watched the other 2, which I don't know if we started watching last week or this week, but it's on HBO and it's like comedy. It kind of reminds me of The Mick or like Workaholics. I didn't watch Workaholics like in entirety, but I've watched enough episodes to get the vibes. It is also a Comedy Central show that is on HBO, which I don't know how that really works. I don't know if HBO owns it or Comedy Central or just the rights to the show or whatever, but I think there's only like 2 seasons or 1 season, but they're like super easy episodes to watch. What do I want to do? I'm just writing in contract. I don't even know if that's like the right term, but we're going to just pretend. Contract. And then needy cuddles. Or I'll write needy snuggles. I never write the word snuggle. We're not going to write an E because I know it would just be too much. And then Darcy and Stacy, which, oh my goodness, guys, if y'all watch Darcy and Stacy, I just don't understand why Darcy, I mean, I get it. I feel like Darcy is just really trying to make love work, but I feel like if you have to make love work, it's just not where you need to be. And then the other 2. But I can't stop watching Darcy and Stacy. I just can't. And then on Tuesday, we had Burger King for breakfast, which, like I always say, is Nick's favorite fast food situation. So I'm just going to mark that in with a little thing. I have been getting French toast sticks. For a while, I was just getting hash browns, but I think when I was pregnant with Bennett, I got really into their French toast sticks. And right now I'm also a big fan. So we get like the 5-piece and then me and Bennett split it. And they're so good. I get sad because sometimes they're like severely overcooked, but I feel like the Burger King that we go to They do it right. I feel like the Burger King that we go to is always dead. And I think that the manager works the window. And it's like so fast, so efficient. And they're always like looking out for like how to give you the best price on things, which I just like is strange for Burger King or just like any fast food place. But I like them. They're super nice there. And then I just played with the boys for a while this day. So let's use one of these boxes. I love this pattern like a lot, but I don't want to like overuse it in the same area. So let's use this red box. I just love this kit. I think it's so pretty. I think Jess told me she was doing an Addams family kit like 112 years ago. Not really. It's been like 9 to 12 months. And I was like, I am ready for that, my darling. I am ready for it. So I just like hung out with the boys, which is basically what I do almost every day. And then I just like work when I, need to get things done. So for hanging out with the boys, I have this Whimsical Cat Studio sticker right here. I think this one's cute because it's like white. I would use the bears, but I feel like I need to keep it a little more neutral, not warm colors in this kit. So we're going to use that. And then I did want to put in, because I never marked this, and I was going through, I don't know why I was going through my stickers for some reason or another, and I noticed that I had Trolls stickers, and I was like, I have never marked one of the 1,000 times that I have. Oh my God, Queen Parb. She's perfect for this. I never marked one of the million times that I've watched any of the Trolls. So I was like, today is the day that I will be marking watching the Troll movie, which is funny because I feel like I've watched it so many times, but I've never actually like taken in any information. And I didn't want to put cuddle with boys. I was going to play with boys, but y'all know it's all the same thing. Because in between the playtime, we do get some sweet cuddles in there. So, and then I'm going to write Trolls with Bennett because that's what he wanted to watch this day. This week was all about Trolls, which has been what the past like few months have been about. And then this current week, it's been all about Lego things on Netflix. Like Lego, there's a dinosaur Jurassic Park one, and then there's like Avenger ones. So that's what we've been watching this week. And those I don't get even more than the Trolls stuff. So Trolls with Bubba. But Bennett's favorite Trolls is the World Tour one, and he loves Queen Barb so much. And his favorite song is Hair Up and Rock and Roll Rules. Actually, I think Hair Up's from the first one, but same vibe. But Trolls is like, it's a thing in our house. It's like the most thing. Afterwards, I did take a nap this day. Like I said, I have been so dang tired. But that there's actually something, there's a reason why, okay, so I put this, okay, blah, 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 blah. So I wanted to put in that I took a nap, which was important, we need our naps. I'm going to probably take one today too, because I barely slept last night. So my problem is I take melatonin to fall asleep, but it doesn't keep me asleep. The only thing that keeps me asleep basically is sleeping pills, but they make me feel terrible the next day, so I just don't do it. It's not worth it. I'd rather feel tired. Also not a doctor. Just want to mention that. Where the heck's... I'm like looking for a nap section. I'm like, no, honey, that's a sleep section that you're looking for. Where? Oh, it's right here. I need to like kind of fix this situation here. All the stickers are just kind of flying. So the melatonin gets me to sleep, and I take a half dose of it, which maybe I should just do a full dose and try it again. For some reason, the full dose never really worked for me the way that I needed it to. And I found that a half gets me to sleep. So anyways, so at night, whenever TT wakes up at 4 hours after I fall asleep or 3 hours after I fall asleep, it's really hard for me to fall back asleep again. It usually takes me about an hour and a half, like no phone, just like laying my eyes closed. And then sometimes like an hour will be in, and then I'll hear Bennett, and Bennett sometimes wakes up for like 15 minutes in the middle of the night and looks at books and then goes back to sleep, and that kind of resets the whole situation. And then like I try and fall asleep again, and then an hour later TT will wake up again. It's honestly just, mom life. That's just the way it goes. But that's been really messing with my sleep, along with the fact that I'm also pregnant. So those are my complaints for the day, and I'm sorry about it. So I wanted to put in that I napped, but afterwards I was like, all right, I'm going to shower. And It was the most painful experience in the shower. I don't even know like what was going on, but the baby was not liking the shower at all. I started with like washing my hair, and then I was gonna wash my body, but I couldn't make it. I had to like sit down. But I was in like so much pain in the shower. I don't know what it was. But I took like half of a shower basically, and then I had to like go lay down for even longer. So it was like a super painful shower. Which was just like, I don't know, another complaint from today. So let's put in a little like sad munchkin because that's a vibe. Painful shower. And then last but not least, I'm going to put in that I watched Lucifer. I mentioned last Plan With Me that I started watching the final season. I'm a little like, not late because I was late with the last half of the last season. But I feel like it's been out for like a couple of weeks, or like maybe it's only been a week, but it feels like forever. But I finished it this week. So that's why I'm dramatic with my boxes. So Lucifer, I feel like I cried like so many episodes because it's just like, why? A little burp. And then on Wednesday, I put in that Theo slept like poop, but like also what's new. So we're going to put that in. And then I'm going to put in this. Actually, this actually works perfect. This little munchkin that I feel like sometimes I just like open a section and I'm like, yes, that is perfect. I'm just going to write bad baby because that's like a funny joke in here. Bad baby. He says it's so funny too. He goes, I honestly can't even do how he says it, but TT says bad baby and it's so cute. And then we did have solar. And do we have solar installed this day, or like maybe it was part 2 of solar? But that was like on our like new house bucket list, was to get solar, and it took forever. Because the like waiting list was so long for getting it. Everybody wants solar apparently. So we're going to go ahead and stick that in. I think I'm going to stick that in with this and then do a solid underneath. I feel like I'm running out of fancy labels already somehow, but not really, because I also have the ones in the label sampler. But those are just like the most used pages of mine. So we're going to stick that in there and then this in here. So for solar, I think I'm going to use, I'd pull out like maybe like a weather sticker with like a sun on it. I don't know if I have any of those, because like why would I mark it being sunny? Maybe. But also it's like really yellow. Maybe not. Maybe it's not my favorite idea. Maybe I'll choose like a house, maybe. A house sticker. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait a second. There's my little bug stickers. Let's see. Do I have anything? Oh, yeah, let's do this one. It's a powers out sticker, but like it's black, so it works. So write solar time, because I don't want to write install. And then afterwards, Wednesday, I made peanut butter fudge this day, which I think I mentioned 2 Plan With Me's ago. I got this random like craving for peanut butter fudge, despite the fact, actually this could work for peanut butter fudge, this like cake sticker. These cake stickers are by far my favorite thing ever, just saying. That's kind of the color of peanut butter fudge, I think. So I got a random craving for it. I didn't have enough confectionery sugar, powdered sugar, whatever, to make it when I wanted it. Ordered everything, and then whenever the next time I was like, I need it now, I made it, and it was pretty good. I still have some left, and I gave some to Nick's parents. It is very rich. It's like you eat like one little square, like an inch by inch square, barely, or like smaller, and you're like, okay, I'm good for a while. But it's good. Peanut bee fudge. And I basically just looked up the easiest peanut butter fudge recipe, and it's like satisfying to me. Then afterwards, I finished my shower this day because, like I said the day before, it just wasn't working out for me. And then I wanted to put in that I cuddled Bennett for a while, probably watched more Trolls if we're being completely realistic. And then I also, in the evening, watched more Lucifer, which is just kind of where I want to be. So let's do the light gray, I think. So let's take that in. It's a very like similar box situation, but that's okay with very similar setups. So for Lucifer, we'll just do that, and then for cuddling Bennett, let's grab a sticker for that. Gonna need to throw in another kid section here soon. Let's see what we got in the cuddle zone. Let's do this. Well, I want something a little bit more neutral, I think. What do I got? I have so much stuff. Paper Shire. Oh, wait. There's so many new Paper Shire stickers I here, but there's so much pink on those. Oh, wait. You know what would actually be really good for this? One of these. All right. Should write cuddle time in. And then above that, like I said, I finished my shower this day. So for that, I'll just go under bath and see what I have. It's kind of a little bit more neutral. Maybe I'll use one of these. I actually don't have a lot of these left on the sheet. There's a little bit of blue in it, but that's like fine. I only have 2 of those left, but I already ordered another sheet because this is probably one of my favorite sheets from Once More with Love. I feel like not a lot of people actually have shower stickers, so they're mostly like bath, but I guess a lot of them could be shower, like with like the like towel and like the like hair all up. Yeah, finish shower. Cute. Let's move on to Thursday. We're really moving on this spread here. On Thursday, I wanted to put in just a cute little memory for this day. So I wanted to put in that, I'm going to put it in with this larger box here. So it was really cute because I don't remember what we were eating exactly. It might have been lunch. And Theo was blowing on his food, which I just thought was the cutest thing because I don't think I've ever seen him really blow on anything before. Bennett still is terrible at blowing things. Like he just like basically spits everywhere. So the TT being so good at it was hilarious. But I just thought it was so cute, so I wanted to put it in there with a sticker. There's a little pink and blue on this, but it's fine. Theo blowing. It doesn't really make any sense, but it was just really, really cute. Blow on food. My handwriting's just going south. And then afterwards, I worked on mood boards for a really long time this day. And then we also had Long John Silver's for lunch, which I'm back on like a Long John Silver kick, which is just, it's bizarre, but I don't ask questions. I just feed what it asks. So we have that. And then I also, like I said, I normally don't put in, actually I might use a piece of washi because this is a little bit small for that space. I should have spaced it out better. What was that? Did I get a text message? Nope. I normally don't mark work things in my memory planner, but this day I worked on mood boards for like all day, and mood boards, they do take a lot out of me. I feel like it's a lot of like thinking, and I actually had to watch a movie for this one that I haven't watched in a really long time, which just made me really hungry, which I don't think is why I wanted Long John Silver's, because it has nothing to do with the movie, but yeah, it made me super hungry this day. So mood boards, and then Long John Silver's. I just stinking love their chicken, like, so much. I haven't had it for a really long time prior to this, like, phase of my life. But dang, it's so good. It's such a drive too, but like it's so worth it for me. Then oh god, this is so sad. All right, I'm gonna grab something very functional. So this is the day that I finished Lucifer. Like, it's over. It's never coming back. It's sad. I must have cried. I watched, I think, the last 4 episodes this night. I think Nick was playing his video game, which also worked out. But I watched the last 4 episodes. It's so funny because Nick came in on like the 3rd to the last or the 4th to last, and he's like, wait, this is a cop show? Or no, he said, like, when did this turn into a cop show? And I was like, it's always been like a detective show, like, since the beginning. And he was like, seriously? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh my god, I just thought it was like just some weird like celestial show. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like also so I have Dan's like little pudding cup there to mark the last episodes that I watched, but basically I cried for the last like hour and a half, like sobbed, like there was snot everywhere. It was just like a really glorious time to be me. But yeah, it was a real rough evening for me because it was just like, why? And then I even like put my favorite like quote-ish from the last episode in there as well. I don't want to like give anything away if you haven't watched it yet, so just don't look too hard. But yeah, I really liked it. I liked the way it ended. I was nervous because Jess told me she liked the way that it ended, but like said so like some cryptic stuff and like to like not spoil it. And I was like, sometimes I don't agree with Jess, but sometimes I do. And then I was like nervous that like I wasn't gonna like it because she did like it. And then I ended up really liking it, and I was like, I totally get it. And then she was like, the last song, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, the last song was really good, because it was just so random, because I feel like they've never put anything else in that is like similar to that, really. I feel like all the songs are like older or like redone, and that was just like random, but I loved it. I love Lucifer, so that's why I did a little box here. I think it looks really cute, TBH. So I also wanted to put in that I watched a movie with Bennett. I don't know what movie I watched though. It was probably Trolls. So we're just gonna throw it out there that that's what I'm assuming it was, because that's just kind of how we roll right now. So I think for that I'm just gonna use, actually I might use just like do I have a movie type sticker? I feel like I never put in movies because I also don't really watch a lot of movies when you start to think about it. Let us see. I'll put this little movie clapper in. I don't remember what I watched though, but apparently I watched something. Let's put a movie with B. Cool. And then I'm just going to write in Lucifer. I'll know what's going on here. I can try and be cute and like not write it super terrible, even though it's kind of going a little south. Lucifer. Cute. Ugh, so sad. Then on Friday, Theo actually slept through the night this night, and we thought that we cracked some kind of code. Spoiler, we didn't. We didn't crack any code. So the night before, I unplugged his nightlight because I was like, maybe it's like too bright in here. And then he like slept, and I was like, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what happened. He cracked the code. And then the next night he didn't sleep through the night again. So, or maybe he slept through the night like 2 nights in a row, and then it just like went back to being south. I was like, maybe the 18-month sleep regression, which I was like came early, is over. But maybe I like just jinxed myself, but I'm pretty sure I knocked on wood when I said it, so I don't really know. Pretty sure that's supposed to like, you know, give me a little insurance, but it really didn't. So Theo slept through the night, short-lived. We've tried literally everything. I don't know. It's just what we're doing. He's just like kind of making up for the fact that he slept basically through the night for the first like 9 months, and then like it was like once in a while he'd wake up. And now since about, I would say like, I'm going to say maybe 14 months, he's been not sleeping through the night. But like I said, I've literally tried everything. Then this day I had my a doctor's appointment, which was my glucose test, which I always get so nervous about for absolutely no reason because I passed the other two. But I'm always like, you never know. Gotta be prepared for anything. I'm always like the kind of person who's like prepared for the worst, especially with myself. Like I'm like, if it's gonna happen to anyone, it's gonna happen to me for anything. So I switched doctors, and my old doctor used to do it, and they did it for everyone because I thought it was the strangest thing based on what I heard on the internet, is they would make you do let me know if you've had a glucose test, like if they did it this way, or which way they did it. So at my old doctor, they would give you the drink, right? And they'd take a blood draw at 1 hour and 3 hour, no matter what. And then at this one, they just take it at 1. And then if you, fail, you have to come back for the 3 hour, which I think makes more sense because 3 hours is a long time to sit there. And just like for the like simple, like not like a small percentage of people get it. So it's like, I don't know, it just seems like kind of a waste of time. And if you could just have those people come back and do the 3 hour, maybe make it like an option to like just get it all done in case. Bennett's so cute. I'm watching on his little monitor. But anyways, this office did the 1 hour. I was like, sweet, because my numbers for both Bennett and Theo were on the lower end of normal, which is better than high, I guess. So we did that, and it always does the same thing to me where I like crash, basically. Like I'll feel okay, like a little like just uneasy in the stomach, but I'm kind of used to that because it feels like whenever I have a chai. Not exactly, the chais feel way worse than this did. And I also don't know, like I feel like everyone complains about the glucose test, but like I was talking to my doctor about it, and I'm like, it just tastes like uncarbonated orange pop. And like, as long as they served it cold, because if they served it warm, that'd be gross. But anyways, so we did that, and it was nice because they did it, and then we did like my whole appointment, and then we ended up only waiting in the waiting room for like 20 minutes till they drew my blood, which was cool. I just love my new doctor, but I also love my old one too. I really miss her, and I just hope she's doing well, and like, I want to know like what happens in her life. Anyways, so for that, I don't know what I'm going on about it. So I'm just going to go into my doctor section and grab a sticker. So there's so many good ones for doctors, and I wish I went to the doctors more because like I could use more doctor stickers, but this one has like blood drawn, and I got my blood drawn. The only thing is this time I had a different like person draw my blood, and they were not like, I don't think they were having a good day. And I was just like, usually I'm like, can you use the like butterfly needle, because otherwise my arm hurts for like hours afterwards, and they just weren't in a mood, and I just didn't want to ask, so they used a regular one, and my arm hurt for hours afterwards. So I don't know, I just get weird, and I'm just scared sometimes. So Target, afterwards we needed something, so we went, and then I'm just gonna write GD appointment, I don't know, as long as I know what it is. Oracle. And then we needed to get lunch because I didn't eat breakfast. Also, I didn't have to fast. I'm pretty sure I had to fast with the other one, but I'm normally not a big breakfast person anyways. So, and this appointment was early, so I just didn't eat before. I think I had some vitamin water or something like that. So we got In-N-Out for lunch, which I don't really like In-N-Out very much at all. I don't know. I feel like it's like fine. I think it's mostly because I like don't understand the hype that I'm like, I want to tell you it's not great, but also like some people like it so much that I'm like, maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. But In-N-Out's close to my doctor's. There's a ton of In-N-Outs in Austin though. And Nick loves it. So I'm always like, you get me Long John Silver's a lot and like other weird things that I want to eat. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I feel like also because I found out what I like there, and I like the single patty protein style, no tomato, add onion. And then their fries, I feel like have been sometimes good recently. Like they don't taste like hollow cardboard, which is nice, you know. So for In-N-Out, I'm gonna grab a like a burger sticker. I don't have like a protein style looking one, but we'll pretend this is Nick's burger. And we'll just write that in. I should get some In-N-Out scripts, but also like I'm not trying to make it a habit. Really, In-N-Out. But also, you know, something else I don't really like, and I feel like a lot of people like, is P-Terry's. I don't like P-Terry's. I think it's kind of gross. Like the one time I took a bite of it and I actually spit it out, which I don't do that with food very often, but I don't like P-Terry's. But I feel like a lot of people also love that too. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe my tastes are just terrible. And then on the way home, we got Round Rock Donuts. I was like, we were driving and I was like, you know, Nick, what sounds really awesome right now? Round Rock Donut. Which by the time that we were like on our way home, it was a good time to get it. There was not a long line. It was like kind of a line, but not like really bad. There was actually a longer line to like get them at the window, which it normally isn't. There's usually no line there, so it's like weird. But I just, like I said in my last video, I love Round Rock Donuts. I just think they're so delicious. And then I wanted to put in that I took a nap this day because, like I said, whenever I get this test, I always, I feel like okay, and then it hits me all of a sudden, and I need to sleep, basically, and I like pass out, and I kind of felt sleepy for a bit, so I took a nap this day because I was pooped, and I feel like I took a nap like a lot of days this week. Then I wanted to put in that I just need a bunch of like heart icons because I feel like I'm like, I just want a heart. I guess a star could work. I feel like I need to bring home more silver icons. I have so many. Or I could use a fork and knife. I could use a fork and knife. So basically this day I wanted to put in Theo with the bread, which is another thing that just was like cute that happened. He's just been so cute recently. Theo with bread. We got Longhorn for dinner because I was too tired to cook, which I actually don't mind Longhorn. I feel like their salads, I have a thing with like Outback side salads with ranch that I just think they're so good. I don't know why, but Longhorn's very similar. And then I also feel like their baked potatoes are good, which I just feel like, how can you screw up a baked potato unless you overcook it or something? So sometimes we get Longhorn because it's like easy, and I just love their salads, and I'll get like 3 of them and eat them like for like snacks and meals. But anyways, Nick like took a rip of the bread and like had it in front of him, and Theo took it, and he literally walked around for 30 minutes just like nibbling on this bread. And I don't know why I thought it was so cute that this like little person was carrying around this big piece of bread just like nibbling on it, but it just was like adorable. So I wanted to put that in because I just thought it was so cute. And then afterwards I actually had a FaceTime date, which I don't really talk on the phone very often. I'm a texter. But Maddie of Planner Babe Jams, I will link her down below. We decided to do a FaceTime date. I'm gonna use one of these because like, why not? Do a FaceTime date and just chit chat. I feel like I was like kind of long overdue, which it was so fun. I think we were on the phone for like over an hour and a half, which for me is a really long time. Normally, like if Nick calls me, I'm like, what do you need? Are you done talking to me? I'm just like a texter. But it was super fun. I feel like we just didn't run out of things to talk about, which was super nice. Oh, this is cute. I just never have a purpose for these. So today's the day. That's adorable. But it was super fun. And I hope we do it again. So I'm going to just write with Maddie because I think that's perfect. I'll do a little heart. Adorable. And then afterwards, I just cuddled Nick and watched Welcome to Plathville. And I think I went to sleep at relatively a pretty decent early time this night because, again, I was pooped. So I'm going to put that in there. And then for cuddling with Nick, I think I'm going to use a quarter box because I have some extra room in there. My stomach is growling. I don't know what I'm going to make for breakfast. It's like 7:30 and I'm surprised Bennett's not up. Bennett is honestly the best kid in the whole world. I just like sometimes just think about him and just sit and cry by myself because I just feel like he's like, he has an attitude sometimes. He's very opinionated. Like his attitude's kind of through the roof sometimes. He's like a teenager. He's like definitely like a 3-4-nager. But he is like having a built-in best friend, man. Like I love him. He is the coolest kid ever in my opinion. I don't know, but like he'll wake up in the morning. He has this little, what's it called? The hatch or whatever. And it basically turns green whenever he's allowed to get out of bed. He never does, which is, it's a long story, but he used to have toys in his room. Now he doesn't because whenever he was like 2.5, he would constantly bring toys into bed and then he'd play with them and never fall asleep. So we made a rule, no toys in his bedroom. But whenever his birthday came, we were like, all right, you can have your Gabby dollhouse because it has a lot of small pieces and TT would definitely try and swallow them. You can have that in your room and it would be like a little test run. And then we had to set up the hatch and we said when it turns green, you can get up, turn your light on and play with your toy. He never does. He like literally just loves laying in bed with his little flashlight and his books and just looking at them. Like, and it just makes me want to cry because it's so cute. Because sometimes he'll do it and he doesn't like wake. He doesn't tell us he's awake in the morning. He'll do it for like an hour and I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, he's just so good and just so perfect. That's what he does at night too. He just sits and like with his little flashlight and looks at his books. He picks out like 3 books before bed to have in his bed. And I'm over here tearing up. I'm emotional. I'm hormonal. I just can't. But he's just so sweet and I'm surprised he's not up yet because he usually wakes up at 7:15 and then for like 45 minutes we'll just look at his books. Oh, maybe he's waking up. I don't know. I can't tell. But just looks at his books for a while and he's just so sweet. And then he'll tell us all about all the things that he saw in his books, which is just adorable. I can't wait till he can read because I think he's going to be a reader. So anyways, there's that. Just don't judge me. I'm just emotional. I can't. He's like definitely my best friend though. He has an attitude problem, but he's my best friend. So for cuddling Nick, I'm just going to use this sticker. Nick, I love you. You're my best friend too, but like you're not that cute when it comes to like things like that. All right. I'm going to stick that in there. All right, in cuddle time. And then we watched Welcome to Pleasantville. Oof. This show also, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like more sad about this show sometimes because I just feel like there's a lot of issues that just stemmed from childhood for them, which makes it hard for their like adult lives, but hopefully they get through it, especially the oldest son. They always have that underneath their names, like what order child they are, and I'm like, we get it. But the oldest son, I just feel bad for him because I feel like a lot of his issues are just like stemmed from a lot of pent up not talking about things. If you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. Saturday, we got Holy Bagel for breakfast. Oh my God, this morning was the morning from HE double hockey sticks. Pretty sure I say hell on my channel before, but I don't know why today I was like, I'm gonna spill it. So this day, so Bennett has this thing where he wants me to drive everywhere, which normally Nick drives everywhere, but I drive. It's like not a bad thing, but he's always like, no, Mommy, I want you to drive, which I don't know. It's not like Nick's ever been in an accident or anything like that with Bennett around. We both hit a deer, but that was like way pre-kids. And actually I think Nick hit 2 deer. I only hit 1, but I totaled a minivan where Nick just like clipped deer, but I was in the car with him for one of them. And it's funny because I was in the car with him and we were like driving home. I had like slept over at his house and I think we were in high school, or I'm pretty sure. And we were driving home and like I had slept over because of the snow situation and I had been hanging out at his house. And then I was like, hey babe, watch out because, or no, was it? Yeah. Was it? I don't know what the situation was actually. I don't remember now. Anyways, it was like a spot where I know deer usually are, which I mean, they're everywhere in Pennsylvania. They're everywhere here too, especially like up like north, like forget about it. I feel like my storytelling is really, really needs some tidying up. But I was like, hey babe, watch out because there's deer around here. And he goes, I know. And then he hit a deer. And I was like, I told you. But yeah, I definitely have fears of deer just in general, just because of like hitting them twice in the car. And then whenever I hit them, I was going to his house at night, and it was like this road that goes like this, and the deer just like ran out, and I was like, this is great. It's my parents' minivan too. It was really old, so that's why it was totaled. But the deer was donezo. Anyways, why am I talking about this? Oh, because yeah, so Bennett's like, I want you to drive. Fine, whatever. I actually have less car anxiety when I am driving versus when I'm in the passenger seat. I need a drink. So usually it's actually better for me to drive. Anyways, so I'm driving this day. Bennett wanted Holy Bagels, so we're driving down there. He's awake now. He's so cute. It's 7:30, if you're wondering. But we're driving, and there's a car issue, which is just fantastic. Just so fantastic. There's a car issue, and basically it comes up on our dashboard that says suspension error, don't drive above 50. And I'm like, there's not really a lot of roads in Austin that you can drive under 50. So I was like freaking out because I'm driving, of course, this only happens to me. So Nick's like, it's fine. This car has air suspension. So the only thing that it could detect that's like computer based, and he's trying to like convince me that it's like fine, and I'm like, it's definitely not fine. I'm losing my mind and whatever. So we go and get we stop and drop Nick's dad off coffee because he was working on the electrical thing. And Nick's dad's like, it's fine, whatever. And then we call the dealership because we're like, all right, well, we're still going to need to have it like looked at. And they were like, well, drop it off now. We don't have any loaners, but we'll try and squeeze you in. Otherwise, your appointment's on October 4th, which is like 2 weeks away from this time. But they're like, we'll try and squeeze you in. So just drop it off because you shouldn't be driving it anyways. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. So we have Nick's dad. We go to a Holy Bagel, pick up a Holy Bagel, and then we just drive to the car dealership. We get to the car dealership. Nick's dad meets us there because they don't have any loaners, so we're just going to use their car and kind of like assess when we get home. So thank goodness, which we had stopped because Nick was like, oh, maybe it'll be one of those things that when you stop the car and like let it sit and restart, it'll be gone. It wasn't, because we did that whenever we were talking to Nick's dad. So, and it was just like thing after thing. I'm going to just do a little face like that because I have a little extra room. It's whatever. So we get to the car dealership, and let me actually grab, do I have like an eye roll emoji head? So we get to the car dealership, and Nick's dad's there. So we really quickly just move the kids' car seats into Nick's parents' car. And then Nick's like, all right, I'll just drop it off at service. And I'm just going to write just a fluke because that's where we're at. Just a fluke. So Nick goes up to the car service area and stops the car, and he explains what's going on and like, oh, we're dropping it off. We have an appointment. And then he starts the car and the thing's gone. And we're like, okay. And then Nick's like, all right, well, can you just plug in and see what it is? But I guess like you can like run the VIN number now, and then they can look it up online. So they did that. And I guess it's like a known error with our car to do this. And I was like, cool. But like, I would have been so mad if we would have like left it there and then found this out later, or even just have went home and then had to have like went back. So thankfully it all worked out. That like the worst case was that we just had to like put all the car seats back and things like that. And I actually ended up cleaning the car too while we were there because it's actually pretty nice out that day. But yeah, that was just kind of like a morning because I was so stressed out about it. I literally was like, we're going to crash and this is going to be it. And because that's just where my head goes. And then it ended up being fine. So there's that. I felt sick again this day. Can you hear that? It's because it's cold. Normally it doesn't sound like that outside. So I felt sick this day. And then I just decided to lay down and cuddle Bennett while he watched stuff. I mean, this is like, you're seeing a pattern. It's just me and Bennett just cuddle all the time. So I think this day he might have switched into watching something different, probably. He also watched all of the Shark Dog episodes on Netflix. So that show is kind of like boring, but he liked it, so we watched it. Whenever I say that we watched it, he watched it, and I just kind of like cuddled and like scrolled on my phone, because unless it's like a movie, like Trolls, I'll sometimes like go in and out of watching, but like the Shark Dog show, it's not gonna happen. The Lego Marvel show, I have no idea what's going on. And he asked me like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's the raccoon? I'm like, I don't know their names. You gotta ask your dad that, honey, because like I ain't watched a Marvel movie in my life. Actually, I watched a couple, but like I know like Thor and like Spider-Man and Hulk and Black Widow and Captain America, and that's like base knowledge. So we had Long John Silver's this day, of course, you know, the huge. And then I did, like I said, just cuddle Bennett while we watched some shows. So for that, I'm just going to use one of these stickers. There's pink in it, but honestly, I'm just like tired at this point, so we're just giving up a little bit. TV with Bub. He was on a really big Rugrats kick, which he still loves Rugrats. He loves looking at the books. I bought him some on eBay. They don't have that many on like for new anywhere, so I went on eBay. There's lots of like used ones, and they're pretty good condition, and I feel like for the price, like I was like, sign me up. And then for feeling sick, but yeah, hasn't been watching them, which I love watching Rugrats. But he's been super into the books, but I loved that like couple of weeks where we were watching Rugrats every day. That was super fun. But we're not on that right now. Felt sick. And then we're just writing LJS for Long John Silver's, which sounds so good. Like I might get it today. Actually, I probably won't. We'll probably get in and out today. I have a doctor's appointment. Actually, the doctor's appointment's not near there. I don't know what I'm going to eat today, but it's probably not going to be Long John Silver's. Then I did nap because, like I said, I wasn't feeling good this day, and because it's just apparently what I do now. So I napped, and then I watched 2 TV shows with Nick. So for napping, I'm just going to mark it with this. I'm getting like so hungry right now though, and I don't know what the plan is. I think Nick's parents are going to be here in like 20 minutes because my appointment's in like 45 minutes after that. And they always come early for what we tell them because they're a bomb. So I did take a nap this day. Probably need to get dressed soon. I'm just like toting around in this big fluffy robe that Viv Loves to Plans got me. I love her. I miss her so much. I miss her videos. Let's see. I'm going to do the Do Not Disturb sticker. Kind of has some color in it, but I feel like they're pretty like muted out colors. And I'm just going to write so sleepy. And then this night we watched Double Shot at Love, which came back, which I don't know, guys. I know some of y'all watch Jersey Shore now, which is awesome because I feel like I'm not alone. But I just feel like, so Double Shot is right now is just Vinny. I just don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like he's going to be single forever. I feel like Maria was like his match, and Maria's like so cute too. Like Nick and I were talking, like I feel like everyone's obviously has their pros and cons, but I feel like Maria was like perfect for Vinny, and she was super cute. So I'm just like, I don't understand. I'm sure there's an actual reason. Obviously we don't know everything that happens in their lives. But I'm just like, I just don't see it happening for you, Vinny. I know it's just like TV show for content, but like at the same time, I'm like, I'm not hopeful. So we have Double Shot and then 90 Day Bears All, which came back. We didn't finish the, it's like the Love in Paradise or whatever, which is, I guess, I thought it was just like from the producers of 90 Day, but it's actually like a 90-day show. Just, I don't know. It's like, is there a difference? But like, I thought there was a difference, but there like was, both episodes of Bears All so far has had people from the show on it. That's like spoiler alert, but like the show was kind of boring, so we didn't finish watching it. But Bears All is like overall like sometimes funny, mostly cringy, but like worth watching if you watch the 90 Day franchise. So good. 90 Day is just such like a good like time suck because there's so much content and like you can never get bored. We still haven't even rewatched and watched like everything we want to from like old seasons. It's just like there's so much. Then for breakfast this day, Bennett wanted Holy Bagel again. If you ask Bennett any day of the week what he wants for breakfast, Holy Bagel is what you're gonna get. So this day we were like, all right, we just got Holy Bagel yesterday, and I was just kind of like, I just had bad taste in my mouth over having to like all that drama the day before. So we were like, what else do you want? And his second choice is always Monument Cafe. Is it Monument Cafe or Monument Diner? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm just going Monument because I don't really know. Let me grab a work script because like I have to do this way. So at Monument we get, actually this day I feel like we have it like all figured out. So we get 1 pancake to share, and then we get 1 3-egg plate to share with a side of sausage gravy. And it's the perfect amount of food for all of us, for now until the boys like are huge and we need like 12 pounds of food. But Bennett loves, I think he just loves breakfast in general, but he loves sausage gravy and like dipping potatoes and bread and like pancakes, everything in sausage gravy. Just think is so adorable because it's also like me. So we got Monument for breakfast, and then I guess I could use like a thicker piece of washi or something, but we're just gonna leave it the way it is. And then we also got Taco Bell for lunch. And it was so weird because I was actually going to suggest Taco Bell for the night before for dinner. I don't even know what we had the night before for dinner, TBH. But I have been obsessed with, not obsessed because I only had it once before, but like it's so good. I don't even know. It's like it has ranch in it. It's like the Gordita Crunch or something. Never had it before, but I was like looking on the menu because normally I just get like some like regular hard or soft tacos, like just basic, and I was like, I'm gonna try something different, and I was like, this sounds good, it has this ranch in it, and I could order it as is because I don't like tomatoes. Well, the thing is, I don't actually not like tomatoes anymore. I just like I'm so used to ordering things without it. Anyways, but what I was saying is I'm gonna use the waffle sticker because I'm gonna use the waffle sticker for Monument, but we had pancakes. I do have a pancake sticker. I do. So let's use that. I did have a bite of the pancake this day. Normally I just stick to the eggs and stuff, but I did have some of the pancake. But anyways, yeah, I tried it and I was like, oh wow, this is actually pretty good. Monument. And also Nick really likes it because he was like, I'm pretty sure it's Monument Cafe. We're gonna write cafe and hope for the best. Did Bennett fall asleep again? Or are you just laying there? He might just be laying there. Monument Cafe. But yeah, anyways, Nick really liked it too because he's like, what did you get last time? Because I want to get that this time. And it is pretty good. So then afterwards, I'm going to use this box because I've been like saving her. I just love this pattern. It's so pretty. Definitely going to recolor it for like a kit in the future because it's just so cute. Jess did fantastic with that one. So for dinner, we had Uchiko this night. I went to Uchiko the week before and I was like, before I give birth, I need to have it at least one more time. The reality of it is I'm probably going to have it like a lot more times because I just am obsessed with it. I'm almost always getting all vegetarian when I'm eating to go there. I'm just obsessed with their veggie roll. Like I could just eat veggie roll and avocado pieces, and like it's just they must like I'm just saying like they must like caress this avocado and like tell it a bedtime story and like just like love on it hard because it is like the best avocado I've ever had in my whole life. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, I had Uchiko, we did curbside. It's just so easy. And I love it. So we went to work and lined it up so that I was able to go to work and get everything done. And then I think we had like 10 minutes to just like sit there, and then we headed to grab our food. And it's just so good. I think I'm gonna move everything up a little bit. So, I mean, I just love it. It's just something I'm like, you can't go wrong with. The other things that I want to eat before I give birth is I really want to go back to, is it Lynn's Asian bar or something? I don't remember. I think it's Lynn's. I just had it the other week, and they have the best soup dumplings in my opinion, and I want to get those again before I give birth. And then I'll probably want to get Uchiko at least one more time before I give birth, and then I'm like set. And then after I give birth, I want home slice. At some point, I want a sandwich. And that's kind of like my goals and aspirations in life. And that's pretty much it. And I'm a pretty simple person, so I'm going to go ahead and put in Uchiko. I do have a script. Let's use it. I just love the customs that Letters to Apollo made me. She's like the sweetest. They're so pretty. Uchiko. And then I did my nails, which is when I did these. So these are like 4 days old. This one, I accidentally put too big of one on, so it was like falling off. But otherwise, like, this is a little chipped, but otherwise it's like fine. I was just sick of looking at them. And then I did some cuddling, which is always a preference, is to end the day with some cuddles. So I don't even know. I just need some hearts. So I could actually just, not be lazy and pull out like the ones that I have like not far away, but like that seems like so much work. Oh, here we go. Here's the heart. I should actually put the heart deco pieces in with the icons because I love using hearts for stuff. All right, cuddle in. And then we watched 90 Day the other way to end out this. This is a long plan with me. It's gonna be. Well, I guess not too long. 90 Day the other way. Because I'm not doing any deco bits, which is cool. Actually, I think I mentioned I did like a big foil order. And then I also did like another small additional one of some really cute stuff. So I'm very excited for that. I feel like my last foil order I did earlier this year was a lot of foil bundles. But this order too is a lot of foil bundles too. I feel like that's kind of what I'm focusing on. I just love them. But I also ordered some like non-foil bundle stuff, which is cool. Let's see, what do I want to put in this sidebar? Let's do the little dolly on its side without the head because that's cute. So let me go ahead and show y'all what I have left. Usually I like pause it and get all this together, but we're here. So actually you didn't see any of that, so sorry. Did decide what color cloud I'm going to use next year. There's some good stuff happening over there about that, so I'm really excited. As soon as I'm allowed to tell you, I will. So there is this stuff and this stuff. So let's go ahead and go through it. So I have some headers left, and then I have these left. Like I said, I really hope she comes out with those boxes again because I have enough stuff for like another spread besides the full boxes. Some date numbers, bougie box, the rest of this here, which I like having a lot of those on hand because I like the variation of different bows. And then as far as the kit goes, it's kind of our normal of what we have left, what I use. I think it turned out so cute. I love this spread. I love the colors, and I love the way that this double box came out. I think it looks so stinking cute. But yeah, that's everything for this week. I hope y'all liked this spread. I hope that the noise wasn't too obnoxious in the background. Let me know if you guys hear it. If it doesn't bother you, if it does bother you, I will take it in consideration for the next video. But that's everything. Hope y'all liked it, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!